goodness, the end of the world is coming.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And
Yeah.
thanks for stopping by. We didn't have anything planned tonight, so
It's true.
there's
Gideon's here.
Gideon.
Kelly's here.
Win Miller from the EU.
Hey.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey, what an exciting week, man. 2 new pinball tables on FX. And I'm telling you what, I think I know from collaborating with this group already, I'm pretty sure that we all agree that the GOAT one's just cool, man. I mean, the other one's okay, but the GOAT one is just cool.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was expecting to really like the Princess Bride and kind of like the Goat Simulator, and now it could grow on us. I don't know, but in my limited experience so far, I'm digging the Goat Simulator game. It's a fun table, and hey, Derek's here. Yeah,
I played that one on the Switch. I played it on the. I think Poe had the tournament on it, right? Didn't you have the tournament on it? Yeah. Played that, and I played that on the Raw Galley, and I also played it on my cabinet. But then I played it on the Switch, and the recording capability on the Switch, unless you got a capture card hooked up, was terrible. But I was having such a good game, I kept hitting the 30-second record thing, and then I threw those all into a quick video because I'm telling you what, I finally got to the point in the game where the tornado that causes you to get extra multi-ball and stuff. To me, when I got to that point in the game, I thought, man, this thing's coming alive.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's a fun table. It's a fun table.
And at one point it says you've outscored your friend Kelly Huff, and I said yes. I beat a girl.
Even if you hadn't, you would have just erased her score somehow.
That's right. But that goes back to me. I'll give my gripe for tonight. It goes back to me. Why can't we cross play Switch with the other ones? Because I had my best score on a Switch, and I thought it was badass.
You blew that thing away. I watched that when you played on the Switch. Wow.
Yeah, it just there's not enough difference between the two, and if you're that good, something's wrong with you.
Right. Yeah, I thought about going on one of the Facebook groups for the FX because everyone's talking about it, and just throw a comment out there that says it's just so stupid that they don't allow that, and then there'd be some idiot that's defending it and being, well, that's because the physics aren't and guess what? They aren't the same in all kinds of shit. It's not the same in Xbox it is on PlayStation as it is on Steam. So get the fuck over it and let people join a tournament. If you don't want to play with Switch people, don't play with Switch people. It's that simple.
Right.
But to say, well, the physics are different, so we don't want to have people from the one play, it's dumb. But it does look like they did a lot of improvements on the Switch. I'm seeing a lot of people are commenting, saying good things. I haven't actually played. Kelly's played on the Switch quite a bit since the update. But I've seen online that people are saying the tables are playing better, looking better. So that's right. That's right.
I think they've done a lot of improvements on the updates with them. Exactly. You're exactly right.
Yeah. And kind of like we always say with our little competitions and stuff, you're playing a freaking pinball game on a PC or on a console. It's not the end of the world. Does it really matter if someone beats you because they were playing on a different platform? It's like if you're taking it that serious, you should probably not get in the competitions to begin with.
Yeah.
Or get in private ones with only people that are from, say, hey, this is a private only PlayStation people, or this is a private only, do that.
Hey, you can set up a private tournament and don't give anybody the password,
Yeah, just tell people that you like or that are your equivalent skill level and say, yeah, I'm really good. So it would be cheating if I played on something with better physics. Okay, well then make your own. But
I'm so set on winning that there's a couple times when it comes to pinball, not when it comes to other stuff. I'm not referring to Mike on other stuff because Mike is a king when it comes to these games. But sometimes if I want to win, I'll just set up a tournament and only invite Poe and Mike.
That's a brilliant idea. I never thought of that before.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mike said, Mike, sometimes I have to second guess Mike, but if you pick Poe, and then if you really want to blow somebody away, just pick Derek.
Well, he's been cheating pretty good lately.
I was going to say, normally that's the thing, but Derek showed up for some of these tournaments this week. I don't know if since we're talking about this stuff, if we want to go into one of these. I can pull this one up really quick.
Derek got a girlfriend and she's playing for him. That's all there is to it.
That's probably what it is.
His theme music. The cheat is on it.
Hey, Greg. Max made it. Max made it, Greg.
Hey, Max. Hey, everybody, check out that last chat right there that came through. That's my buddy Max. Check out his channel. He's doing some stuff. This kid's a nice kid. Be nice to him. He's my friend. He's my friend. And anyway, and he's Betty's friend. He helped Betty last night when we were out having a good time. But anyway, check out his channel. He's doing all his own creative stuff. It's not so much gaming, but check it out. It doesn't cost you anything to check it out and give him a little subscribe. So, Max, thanks for coming by. Okay, sorry, Bart.
He makes movies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Gaming videos.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Check out Pongster Entertainment.
Pongster Entertainment.
Yeah. And he's my friend, so be nice to him. I'll have to do something to you. Bad.
Hey, what's going up, Salty?
Hey, Salty.
So anyway, what were you about to say, Bart? You were about to go into a tournament thing.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk? I can pull up the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one I already have on my screen.
Sure, and I'll start pulling up the other one while you're doing that.
Okay. Because let's talk about Derek with big scores lately. Look at this.
nice.
Derek just destroyed on that Texas Chainsaw with the big 29 million. I had 21.9 and T-Dog had 17.7. Kelly played on the Switch, so she posted it. And we've said this before. If we do a tournament and you're playing on the Switch, just post your picture in the Discord and we'll add it in there. So I put Kelly's Switch score for Texas Chainsaw. And then Greg, you had 5.6 and Poe had 5.2. So it was a pretty good tournament, but Derek owned.
Nice.
Owned in that one.
Yeah, I teased about Derek. Derek does a good job. Derek's a formidable player at times. I'm trying to find my. I don't know why my computer's messing up so much tonight. When we were a little late starting the show, and which
Greg,
one is that?
Hey, Greg, remember he only has one compliment per day. Remember?
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah, that might be kind of hard to read. This one's kind of small. This is your tournament, though.
Oh yeah, I was getting ready to bring it up, but it looks like you did it. I can read it off though. It's biolumin by whatever.
That's
It came out.
Huh?
That's
T-Dog.
T-Dog.
Oh, okay. Well, 13,756,000. I didn't hear you. Who is that? Biolumin.
T-Dog.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
T-Dog.
good. Okay, that's right. That's right. I should have known that. Well, good score, T-Dog. 13,756,341, followed by Pixeltorium Derek, 10,475,920. Off Grid Arcade, bringing up the third place position at 5,849,780. Yours truly, 1,887,823. Postile 0. Mike 0. So we got everybody's a winner except those two guys.
That wasn't fair. That was a short tournament. Yeah, give us like 18
I just wanted
days.
it done. I wanted it to be done before the. I wanted it to be done before the show started. That way, I wouldn't have to say next week. I'd have to say.
Well,
what
I
happened?
played the wrong tournament. I played MLP, so
Oh, that's what it was.
Played My Little Pony. Okay, well, that's good.
But the sad part is, Poe and Mike tied there with 0 points, but because only 4 of us played, they still tied for a top 5 finish. That's bullshit. But yeah.
What Cannabis Kid say? He says something here about Balls of Glory last minute up for the Xbox.
Oh yeah. Because remember they had that Balls of Glory thing was on sale, and now it's discontinued. You can no longer buy it. And they had it like 75% off. So that's a good deal. We warned people like 2 weeks ago, I think. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Max there in a little bit. We'll tell you what. We don't really play a game on the show, but we announce challenges throughout the game. So throughout the night. So stick with us, and also I'll call your grandpa and tell him what games we're playing if you can't stay for the whole thing. But anyway, go ahead. Just letting him know I saw he put that up there.
Yeah, no. Right. That's cool. Yeah, I was throwing it up on the screen when you were. Yeah, so those were good games. Were there any other pinball tournaments this week? Poe, you did one. Did the scores get posted up?
No, I never looked back at it. It's still going on. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that came out Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Probably tomorrow. It's probably done tomorrow. I played that first day, so I need to go back. It was a bad week
Goat
for playing,
Simulator, right?
Yeah, it was a bad week at the end of the week for playing games. I didn't get anything. Well, aside from us doing golf a couple of days, that kind of threw off the rest of my game playing week. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Unknown leather skeleton.
Unknown leather skeleton.
Hello, unknown leather skeleton.
Mike's Gaming Gala. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Mike's Gaming. I always want to say Galaga. Not Galaga.
Wait, since you brought up Galaga,
Galaxy.
Who has the high score on your Galaga? Greg, since you brought it up, I forget.
I don't remember who had the high score on that one. Some guy traveled all the way from Texas to my house to put his high score on my machine.
Yeah.
It won't go away.
Mitch's Gaming Galaxy. Yeah.
Good to see you, Mitch.
Mitch.
just for anybody that is new, we do the pinball tournament thingy, and we did a big tournament which finished up. And matter of fact, tomorrow's a holiday. Doggone it, I was going to drive by the trophy shop and see if that thing's ready yet. Sometimes I got to go by there and light a fire under their butt. But look at this PlayStation had. But yeah, we do the pinball side tournaments, little side tournaments. Then we do. What did we do? So I picked it. I think everybody liked it. I thought it was stupid. Stupid.
Which game?
Stupid.
Water balls.
Yeah, stupid balloon balls.
That surprised me because I'm not normally into those types of games, but I enjoyed that. Oh, I enjoyed it at least until Tuesday. I wanted to play it again so bad, though, especially after I saw Mike's score. I'm like, I got to do it. But I was working on some other stuff last night that didn't pan out, so I didn't get to play again.
So Mike the Gaming Road Warrior is 37,470.
No.
Post out
490.
490. Okay. Well, you got. Oh, I see.
It's important because of how close they are.
You're fact checking. Okay, you're right. Post out 37,220. Oh no, that's 410. I'm just jacking. 37,490, 37,410. You're right. That's close. Off grid 29,840.
This is a 3. This is a 3, Greg. That's a 3.
Yeah,
39,840.
We're missing somebody too. Jaden CB played.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had him on there. How did it? Did I grab the wrong one? You're
it was
right.
in the arcade chat. Yep, there it is.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, your boy came in. Oh, your boy came in there 33,170. That's respectable because the 29. I thought the 29,840 that Bart did was good because 14,170 was as high as I was going to go, man.
Hey, look, guys, I'm in a seaweed sandwich.
Yeah, you are. Mike Seaweed and Jaden Seaweed, and you're smacked right in the middle of the two of them. You know, we haven't seen the Mrs. Off Grid on these. Does she not? She's played in some of these, hasn't she, Bart?
Yeah. Well, she didn't. She'll play. She hasn't been playing in any of the arcade challenges. I teased her the other day too. I said, you can go out there and play at any time. I think she would like that game, Water Balls.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah, and
weren't
she never made it out here.
But Poe, weren't you singing that song? Don't go something water.
Well, I did, but Bart originated it on here last week live, so then I sang it in my video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I left early last week, and I didn't finish watching because I didn't care. I wasn't here, so I didn't care.
Yeah, I sang it in my video, and I mentioned that my name was Lisa Left Nut Lopez, but I don't think anybody got that far in the video.
Right.
Hey, Punkster just jumped up to 50 subs. Thank you to all our friends here at the show for helping this young man out. So thank you. It looks like he's pretty excited, so that's good.
Nice.
More of you do that, or bad things.
By tomorrow morning, he'll have my numbers blown away, and I've had 4 years at it.
Yeah. Good for you, Max. Good for you. Oh, but so yeah. Well, happy. What is this? Is this Labor Day coming up or Memorial Day? Labor Day. Congratulations to all you women who have been in labor. Is that what it's about?
I think that is it.
No.
Yeah.
I think that is it.
Well, it can't be about the workers of America, because if you want me to go into another old man rant, I can tell you I went to Walmart today and I told the lady behind the service desk to go have fun with herself.
Hey, and really quick, I hate to correct the guy here, Pongster, but you don't have 50 subs. You have 51 now.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Hey, G.Parker. So,
Yes, sir.
Fat Boys Gaming and Nonsense. He's wondering what the link to his channel is. Do you have the link to it?
The link to. Do I have the link to
Pongster
to
Entertainment?
Pongster
I just went in the search bar and typed in Pongster Entertainment. It comes right up.
Yeah.
In YouTube.
I can look for it.
Yeah, and then I went ahead and closed it out instead of grabbing it. I should have. Let me see.
I just kind of get nervous leaving this screen because Bart and I control that, and I'm afraid that if
We all like it when you leave this screen.
yeah, but you like it when I leave. But what if it accidentally jumps the stream? I'm worried about the stream. Matter of fact, I might go. Let's go over to Twitch. I think I got this thing going on Twitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I found him.
There you go. Well, check it out again, Max. I think your numbers just went up some more, at least one more.
Yeah.
Did
it'll
you
be
find
going
the
up.
link?
I found it.
I got.
And I'm going to
I got it
to,
also.
Fat Boy. Sending it to Fat Boy right now.
There
I'm
you
posting
go.
it on the thing, putting it up on the thing.
Oh, we got it all over the place. We're in good shape.
Oh, nice.
We'll get your algorithms up there, Max. You'll have some good algorithms after tonight.
As soon as we're done here, I'm going to. I'm working on my phone here, so I'll have to wait until we're done.
Derek, we have you blocked. You can't post stuff.
Yep, Derek.
Whose channel did you try to post it to, Derek? Because, yeah, you got to have permission to post links, I think, in people's channels.
You have to have a little wrench. We didn't give you the wrench.
Cheaters!
Oh,
The cheat is
Derek.
on.
Derek
He's up
needs to
to
pay for the
53.
membership.
Oh,
And I can
nice.
do that.
I'm surprised though that you guys. There's something I mentioned earlier, and it went right over the top of your guys' heads. You guys didn't even catch me and jump me about what I talked about earlier.
You
I
said
said
balls.
that. I said last week I said last week when we talked about the new games coming out on FX that I wasn't going to buy any more new games, FX games for the Switch, because they're not cross-compatible on the tournaments and because they're going to replace the Switch.
Yeah.
So I did get it on Epic on the PC, but then you guys might have noticed I put a video up showing me play that game on the Switch. So
Yeah.
I did another double dip. I went out.
Well, they believe you like they believe me when I say I can't buy anything right now.
Yeah.
If UPS comes or FedEx, and I'm sending you guys a picture of what came.
Yeah. I can't really afford that. Oh, what's this new pinball machine in my yard? Yeah.
Well, I did get that new monitor for my arcade, and I was all excited because it didn't take real long. But for today, I think it's a smaller company. I don't know, Buy Stuff Arcade up in Canada, and so I ordered it, and then they didn't ship it out until the next week, and then I got it here Friday, and I was all excited. I was going to do an install video and everything, and I had everything set up in my basement, and I unboxed the thing. I'm doing that part of it, and there were no screws to attach it, and that's one of the things I say. You have to use the included screws. Don't use the ones that came with your old arcade because they can short it out. They're too long for this new monitor. So here I am. I'm like, where the hell are the screws? They should already be in the monitor where you just take them out and then put them back in through the brackets. They weren't there. So this was last night, and I'm just like, okay. I sent them an email, and I'm like, here's some pictures. I didn't get the screws. They're like, sorry about that. We'll have to mail them to you. Okay. I don't know when they're going to get here now. So, but I really wanted to have that done. Yeah, it should have been done before I do the Viper board, because now if I put the Viper in, I'm going to have to disconnect it all over again to take that old monitor out and put the new one in. So kind of sucks.
You're just
I was going to make a comment about the freaking Canadians hosing you over, but Mike's Gaming Gal already left, so there's no point. But yeah, that sucks though. You get all excited to get something, and then there's missing parts, and you're like, really?
Oh man! And then I'm searching. I'm like, maybe they could be in this box somewhere else, but I doubt it. I mean, they did a hell of a packing job on this thing. Great job. And there's no room for anything else except for the monitor in this thing. The way they have it packed.
You know, you could do, Poe, drywall screws.
Yeah, so say that.
Yeah.
I got these 2-inchers.
2-inch drywall screws. It'll work great.
Use a power drill to put them in.
Right. I mean, the monitor might not work great, but it won't fall out.
There you go.
And I was all excited too. Like, I already did my before video. I walk up and I'm like, this is where the screen washes out. And at my height here, I'll put the camera at my height, and I'm filming it, in a couple games real quick. And then I'm like, okay. Then after I get done, I'll go up to the new monitor, and then I can do a side-by-side and maybe put some stills in the video. I had all these ideas, and then there's no freaking screws. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah. But
that's why I hang out with you guys. You guys are so smart. You know how to do that.
Yeah. And I didn't have maybe. We'll see. Kelly's working tomorrow. Of course, I said that Friday, and then Friday, Kelly ended up coming home because they scheduled an extra person to work the kitchen. She's like, well, then why are we both here? I'm going home. But, yeah, I kind of had the same thing because, I said I was going to hold off on the Viper board, and I did hold off when they did the pre-order and stuff, but then you were talking about it and all this stuff, so I said, let me go. And, yeah, they're out of stock. And
they will be back. So
yeah, well, I held my tongue, my typing finger tongue, because someone had posted in there saying, about will they come back or whatever, and someone else posted, I'm tired of these people bitching that they don't get it when it's on pre-order and then they bitch when it runs out. And I wanted to say, well, it is kind of a messed up deal that you want people to pay for something before there's even a product built. And by the way, if you don't pay for it before we even build the first one and test it and make sure it's working, you may never get one. It is, in a way, I can see where people would say, that's kind of fucked up. Why would I pay for something that's not even a product yet? And that's the only possible way you can get it. Now, I'm not trying to bust on Glenn. He's doing a service. He's making good products, and he's never screwed people over. But people that don't know him, that's a scary thing when you're throwing down $130 on a product that hasn't even been built yet, and who knows what will happen in the meantime.
That's bullshit.
You probably make
bullshit.
You'll make out by ordering it later because hopefully anything that was wrong with the thing will be fixed by the time you get it. So, because there were a few people, there's a little switch in there. But I guess for the arcade, you don't really need the switch. It's just if you're buying the Viper as a standalone, that's what the switch is for. Something about controllers. Well, this thing was soldered in, but they didn't put any hot glue or anything under it. So a few people got this thing, and the little switch just broke off the solder pad. So it's just laying there.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
And Glenn saw that, and he said he's going to tell the production guys, put something on there to keep it on the damn board. So, yeah, you might... and he said there's going to be another run after the pre-orders are filled, so maybe things will be improved a little bit that way.
And as of now, to put the Viper board in the arcade, you do have to have Glenn's deck, right?
Yeah.
To have it work with the arcade and all that.
And you're going to have to connect it to the speakers and not have your old... you won't be using the old amp anymore that came with the arcade.
Yeah.
Let me just say hi to Brandon. Let me just say hi to Brandon real quick. He's Honkster's dad, so he evidently.
Yeah. Honkster said his dad made it, and his name is Brandon.
Yeah, and Brandon, just to let you know, I know you mentioned some other. Mainly this show here is pinball, and a lot of it is more retro arcade. Most of the challenges we do, it's not. I don't know. We talk about some of the Xbox stuff, but mainly and the PlayStation, but. I don't know. Those two guys on the bottom that's why they're on the bottom. They're PlayStation guys. But no, we do a lot of. How do you pronounce that? Meme? Is that how you call it? Meme? Arcade meme? Is that
meme?
Meme?
Meme.
Meme?
Meme.
Yeah.
Meme.
Okay.
Meme. Man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Usually classic arcade. What we do classic consoles for our challenges. Yeah.
Well, Brandon's. I mean, Max's grandpa has a Raspberry Pi like you got, Bart, down in his
nice
their cabin. So so I kind of hooked them up with that, and it's broke right now. I got to go over there and fix it. I don't know what's going on. So he's familiar with what we're talking about.
Yeah, but for the most part on this channel, what we play are classic arcade games, classic console games, and pinball. For challenges and stuff like that. But if there's a new game that comes out, Poe plays PS VR2. And as the PlayStation 5, he does streaming from there and all that stuff. So it is talked about, but our usual games that we do challenges are based on the classic stuff.
Probably about 85% of the time it's Nintendo because we're just like, hey, here's a Nintendo game.
we do we've done some Oculus stuff. If you watch Poe's channel, we've done. Poe did. I missed that the other day. They played a little walkabout mini golf on there. But I wanted to say to Mike. Now Mike's. I kind of tease around with Mike, but Mike's got it. Mike's got Xbox, PlayStation, Atari, Nintendo,
no Atari.
Oculus. No Atari.
He will once he gets that 7800 plus for Christmas. He'll have an Atari.
Yeah, what the hell? No Atari? Get him off the channel. What's going on here? No Atari.
Well, I got the arcade machines. That's Atari.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So you got some Atari.
Yeah.
South Park Pinball and FX. Yes, that is. That's a fun one. Yeah.
I got to buy that.
Yep.
I was talking to him last night about Pinball FX. I told him, I need to start getting in our tournaments and stuff. Pinball FX is 3. Just tell your dad the games cost money, but your dad's got money. Just not to buy some more games. That's all. Do you ever buy your kids games, Mike? You buy your kid game, don't you? Or you make him work?
Well, I mean, yeah, we got him was it like a $100 Steam card? So I told him don't buy, don't buy all. Just pick and choose. Get the games that are on sale, and make it last. So I told him don't just hey, I'm gonna buy everything here that I want. Just no, wait till the sales come in. So he's been buying that, and then he's asked me oh, Dad, can you buy me all the FX pinballs? I'm wait, I gave you $100 card. You should be able to buy that on your own. And so,
there was a guy
later. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I said I might buy him pinball games later, but he has to use his card first.
I got
you. Yeah, use it. Yeah, and use it on the things that are on sale. A guy I worked with, he had a PS4. This was before the 5 came out, and they came out with those Spider-Man ones. So he bought 2 of those, one for each of his kids.
Oh, nice.
And he had almost $200 worth of cash in his PlayStation Network account for him for buying games. His kid logged in and bought all kind of skins for Fortnite.
Oh.
And he was so jacked. He went to use his money on some new games, and he went in there, and there's no money left. And he's like, "What happened?" The kid's like, "Oh, there were these skins I wanted to buy." He just went ape shit on his kid.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The more I'm playing that Xbox and getting into some of those games, that's the first thing I saw because I'm just not familiar with that new stuff. And I said, "Oh, you want to buy some skins? Skins? What skins? What the hell are skins? What do I need skins for? Might want a bigger gun or something." But yeah, then I started saying, so they find ways to get money out of you no matter what you do.
Yeah, it's like gambling.
No, for sure. Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. What was that I was reading? My phone is. I must Xbox since I got it's an algorithm thing or AI. On the first page on my Android phone, it's always got that news thing. It's always something to do with Xbox. A new game that's coming out, a new one they're taking off.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
A lot of people are complaining about the price increase on the Game Pass, which is it is getting it's $20 a month now. That's getting up there.
Yeah, I got to remember to cancel mine here soon. I got the free 3 months or whatever. So
yeah. Oh, just suck it up, Poe, and pay for it.
if I get back to work, we'll see. I have a physical this Wednesday, so next Sunday night when they're doing this, I might say, "Hey, I got to go. I got to actually go to bed for work." Boy, that sucks.
Yeah, well, that's going to suck going back to work. I don't think anybody should work. That's a nonsense. Okay, we're getting a dead spot. I got to ask Bart something. It doesn't pertain to gaming, but I can't help it. We talked about it last week, and I got confused because this week I got busy. I haven't been paying attention to the news. But what the heck's going on? Did Musk's spaceship got delayed because of a leak last Sunday night, right? Sunday or Monday. He was going to go up with take that new spaceship up last week, and then it got delayed because of weather. Did it ever get up in the air? I keep trying to Google it, and I can't. I keep talking about old flights.
Yeah, which I'm not sure which one are you talking about? The big Starship? They didn't launch that. They didn't launch that yet. No.
Okay.
They're still. Hopefully, it's going to be another week or so.
But weren't they planning on? Well, is that the one I'm thinking of that they were going to launch last week, and it got scrubbed because of a helium leak, and then it got scrubbed again because of a weather delay on the landing? It's supposed to take 4 people up, I thought.
The helium leak. I didn't hear anything about that for one of those. That's what's going on with the Starliner that's stuck up on the space station. They're having leaks.
Right, but I was the night after the show. I was watching their channel live.
Yeah, they were going to do a launch, and they scrub. I know they scrubbed due to weather, but that's the one that has 4 civilians. They're going to go in a higher orbit than anyone's been since. The only people that went higher are the people that went to the moon.
Right.
It's going to be way past the space station and all that stuff. And they're actually civilians are going to do EVA. They're going to suit up and go outside of the spacecraft on that. And right now they're waiting on they're waiting on the weather to clear. I didn't hear about the helium leak thing, but
well, the first night I stayed up late. I think it was the night of our show last Sunday. Maybe it was Monday. I can't remember. I'm old, but I stayed up and I thought, man, I'm going to stay up till 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock ain't that bad. Our time was when it's going to launch, and then just when they got close, scrubbed it, and so they said tomorrow night. Well, the next night they called it because it wasn't the takeoff window; it was the landing window that they planned on bringing it down. And then I never heard anything else, and I started Googling it, and they started talking about stuff that I didn't care about. Look at that cat's eyes. My God.
Yeah. And then Game Closet. Welcome, Game Closet. I don't know if we've ever seen you before. They are going to end up, the astronauts are going to end up riding back on a SpaceX ship. Crew 8 is about to launch to the space station through SpaceX. Crew 9 is they're going to lower it to 2 people instead of 4, so that the 2 astronauts that are up there, they were supposed to be up there for like 8 days. They're going to be up there for like 8 months.
Till February or something, yeah.
Yeah, till they come back.
I'll jump in here. Game Closet is one of the guys that I met through the YouTuber of the month last year. And he has a great channel, so definitely check him out too. Hilarious channel. That's Dr. Scott. We call him Dr.
Excellent.
Yeah. Welcome, Game Closet. Well, what I heard is a lot of people were criticizing Musk, saying, "Why didn't you go up and pull those guys out?" And he says, "Because it'll take me a long. I got to develop something that'll haul them back that will connect to the space station." He says, "You just can't send the rocket up that I've got now to get them. You know, hey, takes time to get done right."
They would have to modify some stuff to get up there quickly, but it's pretty much a mess what's going on with Starliner. But they did have in SpaceX news, they did have a failure in landing earlier this week.
Caught fire on the pad.
Yeah, basically the landing burn. I don't know if people know this. When the Falcon 9 booster comes in, it can't hover. It has too much thrust, even with one of the 9 engines. So basically, it has to come down to the landing pad and fire the rocket just at the right time so it stops. If they are too soon lighting it, it'll come like this and then go back up. And if they're too late, which is what happened the other day, it fired late, so it hit the deck too hard. The engine was still lit. One of the landing legs broke because it hit so hard, and then it had a really what Elon likes to call a RUD, rapid unplanned disassembly. So it blew up because the landing burn fired a fraction of a second too late. It is down to the fraction of the seconds when that thing has to fire. If you watch the Blue Origin launch, which they launched on Thursday out here, that thing comes down, it'll hover and move over and land on the pad. And the big Starship will be able to do that too, but the Falcon 9 cannot hover. It's even on one engine at minimum throttle, it's too much thrust. It'll start going the other way. So they have to basically get it right to that spot and then cut the engine.
And just to explain to our watchers, the only reason we bring this up is Bart does live. First of all, if you don't mind me saying, Bart, you got 2 family members. One works for one of them, one works for the other one. Blue Origins and SpaceX. And I've been reading that book. I'll tell you what, I wish I could remember the name of that town, though, that Musk, there's a town in Texas, though, that shouldn't be too far from you that Musk, I thought, was launching originally from. Or he had something, I don't know. I looked it up when I read it in the book, and it looked like it was close to you, but I guess it's Blue Origin that's closest to you.
Blue Origin is close to me, and then the Starship launches in Texas, but it's still a 10-hour drive from here. That's how big Texas is. It's almost as close for me to drive to your house, Greg, as it is to go down to watch a rocket launch down there.
Well, I went down to Galveston one time, and coming home, it was when I left Texas to get back to Missouri. It was quicker than it was getting from Galveston to the northern border of Texas. I thought I'd driven across the country.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact number, but if you're in like Amarillo, Texas, you're closer to like 6 or 7 other state capitals than you are to the Texas state capital. It's like it's ridiculous. You're closer to Denver and Albuquerque and Oklahoma City. All these you're closer to than Austin, and you're inside Texas.
Here's a trivia question if you want to talk about geography, and I'm going to see if who on our group gets this right. What's the most southernmost state capital? Southernmost state capital.
Honolulu.
Well, I'd hoping Mike could jump in on that. I'm hoping that a Hawaiian native would know that his state capital is. But when I first got asked that question, I said it's got to be Texas. It's got to be Texas. But yes, Honolulu, Hawaii is the southernmost.
Cool. I didn't even know that.
God. I'm done.
I think the only thing we know about is ukuleles and pineapples.
There you go. I'll give you another trivia that's geography. In Alaska is technically the northernmost, the westernmost, and easternmost state, because that chain of islands that comes off of Alaska crosses the international date line, and it's technically in the eastern hemisphere. So
that is cool.
It is the northern, eastern, and westernmost state. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then there's two parts of the United States that are completely surrounded by either water or Canada. They don't border any other part of the United States. One of them is up in Minnesota, up by the lake. It cuts over and the lake cuts underneath, and you have to go through Canada to get back to any other part of the United States. And Mike, the other one's up by you, right? That little island up off of Seattle, or way up there. You have to go through Canada or take a boat to get back to the rest of the United States.
Yeah, it's that island where Nicolas Cage went to, and he said the bees. They put that beehive on him. I forgot what that film was called.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Well, that one that's in Minnesota, is there one? I thought Sault Ste. Marie, there was something weird about that.
That was Macaulay Culkin, my girl. The bees.
No. It was the Wicker Man.
It was
the Wicker
Man. It was
Man.
Chris Farley.
The Wicker
bees
Man.
In the car. Bees in the car.
That's some good stuff right there.
Yeah, Gideon, I think there's a lot of towns in Alaska that are only accessible by plane. It's a very remote, but there's a couple of fairly large towns in Alaska that you have to fly in and out of. It's pretty crazy.
Well, I got
is laughing at something. I'm not sure which of those things he's laughing at. Probably Poe's singing.
I didn't.
To the bunghole.
I didn't set any pinball tournaments up in advance of tonight, and I don't think any of us here did. Do we want to do like you did that 1 week, Bart, and just pick one, and I don't mind setting it up after the show. I can go set one up, or if you want to set one up, or Mike wants to set one up, or Poe. But you want to set up a pinball tournament for this week? Well, just pick a game.
Yeah, are you going to go FX3? So it makes it available to everything?
Yeah, let's do that. You guys I've got everything on FX3, so all you got to do is tell me which one. I will set it up on the PC, though, because it's easier to find, isn't it? I think it's easier to find if I set it up on the PC. So,
right, because then everybody can find it.
Yeah. So all you got to do is tell me which one.
Gideon, I don't know how small your country is that you live in, but some of the states are really tiny here. Rhode Island, Delaware, they're pretty small. so I don't know, because Texas is so big. On the other hand, you can fit like 12 states in it up there in the Northeast. But yeah, I'm trying to think offhand of a good one to do that's on FX3. We can think about that. Did you, Mike or Poe, did you guys come up with a console challenge for this week?
It's Poe's turn. It's Poe's turn.
I got busy.
Poe's turn. Mike says, Poe says, we're playing Whoops this week, apparently. Which console is that on?
We're playing Pac-Man 2600 because it's been sitting here.
All right. I can play that online.
I think
Right.
maybe we already did play that, didn't we? I think I picked it before. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I just got a notification. Retro Bliss just unsubscribed me. So okay, there you go.
16,000 square miles. Game Closet says no.
He has a whole video. Oh, you got to check it out for yourself. But he has a whole video about Pac-Man 2600. That's just freaking hilarious.
Nice. All right.
What's kind of funny, I'm buying a poster of the Atari 2600 Pac-Man to put in the workroom for my other IT techs since I'm their supervisor over there.
Nice.
Because it's empty. They're like, can we have something up here? And I said, oh, yeah, sure. I'll buy you something over there. So I'm going to get them
Nice.
Pac-Man poster. The Atari Pac-Man poster. We got to make it look derpy in there. So I'm happy.
Nice. Excellent choice.
Okay, I got an idea. I got an idea for next FX3 tournament because I haven't played this one in a long time. The password will be G.Parker. It's FX3, all lowercase, G-P-A-R-K-E-R. It'll be V12 on FX3.
Okay.
Is there such a table?
Fine. I got that. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. I just pulled that out of my butt, but it sounded good to me. V12. I'll go set it up as soon as I'm going to leave a little early tonight anyway. You know, I don't know about your weather up there, Bart, but we finally got a little bit of a cool down. And one of the reasons I was behind tonight is I have been waiting for this weather to break to work out in the yard. And I got my knees fixed over the week. So I was out working my butt off, and I'm going to try to. So talking about doing the truck simulator tomorrow, if I get my yard work done, because it's only supposed to be a high of like 76 tomorrow. And I'm going to get out there and get.
I was going to say, do you hear my air conditioner running?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys are cooler than me right now. What the heck?
Yeah, I actually was. I don't know if you saw earlier, or you can see I opened the door earlier because it's with the computer on it. It's getting warm in here. It's 81 right now inside, but it's 73 outside. So I'm like, oh, give me some air. Give me some air. But
yeah, we're going to be down to 70.
It's because it's cloudy out, so I don't have a whole lot of power. So I don't want to be running an air conditioner just to stay a little more comfortable. It's 81. Geez, normally it's what 94 in here by the end of the show with the AC blasting. So
I thought you just farted. I thought you just farted and was trying to clear the spunk out.
Trying to clear it out. I don't know if you can see out there. It gets so bright. Yeah, you can't really see that.
No, once you got the door all the way open. Now, for those of you that don't know, that are new here, Off Grid is truly Off Grid. That's where he got the name. He is living out in the middle of the desert with nothing.
Yeah,
like that guy in Life of Brian that's in the hole naked with a long beard.
That's right.
They all start eating his berries.
Right. As soon as my beard gets long enough to cover my junk, that's me all the way. But yeah, all this stuff, the pinball machine, all the arcade games, they all run on batteries. Yeah. So, and this computer that I'm running on right now. So yeah, Off Grid. But yeah, it's been cloudy the last couple of days. But yeah, nice, cool off. We actually got some rain today. I think I sent you guys some pictures. Enough rain to put puddles in the yard instead of just raindrops in the dust. But yeah, so I'm digging this cool down.
It got dry here in my sunflowers, of course, at the end of this. I had those mammoth sunflowers out in the backyard. I was out there working today, and I told Betty, you better watch out. Because one of those sunflowers just, like, does a tree make a noise when it falls in the woods? I mean, it just those big heads were hanging down, and the dirt got so dry, it just fell. I mean,
oh, gee.
And Betty looked at us, oh, what was that?
Right? Yeah. Kelly's saying rain as if she's in Night of the Living Dead, or not, what is it? Return of the Living Dead, when they say brains.
Oh, yeah.
Rain. Rain. Yeah, it's the first time we've got rain here in months. Out here at the house, anything of any measurable amount.
All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. Come on, Bart. Sing.
Blind Melon?
Bart. Yeah, you never join in. No fun. Like when Greg was talking about getting his knees done, I wanted somebody else to say, and nobody did.
I don't have the big reverb effect.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll buy you one for Christmas.
I do like that little sound. You know, they're starting to put Micro Center. You know, we talked about Micro Center, you know, and they change all the time. You know, you can't find any retro gaming stuff there anymore. I used to buy the Pies and the button Sandwall controllers and the gates. They don't have that now. They got printer stuff. Of course, they always got computer stuff. But the big thing they got now is high-end streaming stuff. And oh my God, you know, there's one section over there that's just got sound mixer boards and video thing. You can set up 35 cameras and get different angles and everything. And I thought,
pretty slick.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
I'll tell you what, Max needs to get that. He's got 51 subscribers now. We need to get
53.
53, yeah. I need it. Yeah, if his grandpa's watching, come on, buck up and go buy the kids some better equipment. Come on.
Do you have a promo code? Greg?
Yeah. No, but I did get kind of upset that I went to Micro Center the other day and they said, "Do you have a coupon?" And I said, "No, I didn't get a coupon in the mail." And they said, "Well, we sent some out." And so I went out. Cheryl decided to stay in the car. I was just running in to grab something. And they said, I had it. She says, "Well, it came a while back. I just threw it away. I didn't know where it came." I said, "Never throw away a coupon from Micro Center."
I got a big coupon the other day from Wendy's for those saucy nugs. I had to take a picture of the picture just to send to you guys. And then we were coming back from my parents today, and we drove past Wendy's. There was Wendy's saucy nugs sitting in the middle of the road. Somebody dropped their saucy nugs. They were just splattered all over. I almost stopped in the middle of the highway.
You slammed on the brakes.
Just licking it off the pavement.
Wendy's.
I'm guessing they probably put it on the roof of their car or something and took off. I don't know. It's freaking laying there in the intersection.
That's big news tomorrow. You know that's big news tomorrow. You know about the big news tomorrow, don't you? You know they got 99-cent Frosties at Wendy's. But you know what? You know what happens September 2nd? September 2nd, the vanilla Frosty appears at Wendy's. Vanilla.
Oh,
my son's gonna like that. He's been waiting for them to go back to vanilla.
That's what they said. That's the ad I saw anyway. It's supposed to be
nice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you, Gideon. Thanks for stopping by.
Night, Gideon.
I mean, it's kind of weak sauce, only staying up till 2 to watch us, but we'll let it slide.
He's from the Netherlands, everybody. So thank you for stopping by from the Netherlands. I still have yet to go to a Micro Center. Closest to me is in Columbus. I got to see the place. Yeah, Bart came up to visit, and as a matter of fact, Kelly and I were walking around the store, and I said, "How do we get your husband out of here?" She says, "He ain't never leaving. He's never leaving."
Yeah, it's a pretty nice place to go, and even if just browsing, but if you're smart, you'll only take, kind of like Vegas, only bring as much money as you can afford to lose. Don't bring your credit card in there. Don't bring a debit card, because you'll go home with nothing in your bank account. But yeah, it's a pretty cool store. I drove all the way up there, and like you said, don't be throwing away the coupons, because we got me a 3D printer up there because Greg was able to snag an extra coupon. So that was pretty good. That was pretty. Boy, good.
I'll tell you what, that's the best sale they ever ran. They had $99 3D printers, which I'm still using mine. As a matter of fact, I made a headphone stand, put on my entertainment center to put my headphones on the other day. But they had 1 terabyte solid state hard drives for $9.95. Wasn't it something like that, Bart? $10.
Yeah. I think that was before I got there, though, right? Because they didn't have the really good deal.
Well, they had the deal. They had the deal. They ran out.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't pick one up when I was there.
What type of SSD was it? The M.2 or the 2.5 inch?
No,
it's
SSD? The 2. It's this size.
Okay, 2.5.
Yeah. laptop. I call it a laptop.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
but no, and I think that's the reason these have gotten so cheap, is because what do you call them?
The M.2s.
The M.2, but then there's even another one now. There's the one that looks like, I call it a stick of gum, narrow and long.
Yeah,
But
it
then
looks
there's
like a kind of like RAM in a way.
Right. Well, there's
Yeah,
another one
looks
they
like
got
a
now
RAM
that's,
chip. Yeah.
but there's another one they got now that looks like a postage stamp, a square. I forget what they call it, because they just had a bunch of them when I went in there the other day. I said, looked at the hard drive case. I said, what the hell are these?
Hey, hey, Kelly, if you're still watching, take a picture of the rockets I 3D printed and get the Saturn V and the Starship and post it in the Discord general so I can put it up here. That's one of the coolest things I printed with my 3D printer. And then I'll show you if she gets it, if she gets the picture. I'll show you the size comparison between the one that Elon is launching down here in Texas and the Saturn V, which was the most powerful rocket ever to launch before this thing. But anyway, didn't mean to hijack it, but it just popped when we were talking about the 3D printer. I was like, oh, and we talked about rockets earlier. So, but I printed off a bunch of rockets in 1/200 scale so you can see them side by side, 3D printed rockets, and get the feel for how big these rockets are compared to each other.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting to see, because like the one that they launch here in Blue Origin, it's only just a couple 3 inches tall, and then the other ones are huge, like the Saturn V. But when I go on a tour out there at Blue Origin and you're standing next to one of these ones, it's freaking huge. You're like, geez. So you can only imagine what the really big ones look like. But yeah, Kelly will take a bit. They are dusty. We live in the Texas desert. Everything here is dusty. I told Kelly that was the one downside to our rain that we got today, because when we're coming home, there's a cutoff where two roads meet. There actually, the one goes through, and there's a cutoff road that you can take. And normally when I'm driving, instead of having to stop at the cutoff and look and see if there's traffic, you just look and see if there's any dust coming. If there's no big dust trail, no one's on the road. But when it rains, you're like, shit, there's no dust. I better check before I cross the road. But let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let me share this. Now, you have to forgive the angle because Kelly's only 1.5 feet tall. But yeah, this one over here, this is the one that Jeff Bezos launches here that William Shatner went on.
Right.
This one here is the Falcon 9 that Jason works on, that they launch all the time. This is the Falcon Heavy, which basically is the same as the Falcon 9 with 3 boosters. This is the Saturn V that took the astronauts to the moon. And this is the Starship next to it. And it's hard with the angle that she's got to tell. It is taller than the Saturn V. And of course, the Saturn V, this little bit up top is where the astronauts rode.
Right.
And all the rest of that was just, and this right here is where the upper stage of the Starship is. So this booster part down here comes back and lands, and then this is what will take payload and astronauts or whatever once they get going. This here's the New Glenn that Blue Origin is working on. Hopefully they're trying to get their first launch this year. But yeah, it is a monster, especially when you look at the diameter of it up at the top compared to the diameter of the Saturn V. But yeah, and these are all to scale, so it's not like I didn't cheat and say, oh, let's just print this one tiny. And then the little Electron rocket that's over here that what's the name of that company? That thing's tiny. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Spencer's Gifts used to have a shelf that looked like that. They weren't rockets though.
Yeah. Oh, Bonkster's got to go. Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Game Closet's got to go. About to start a movie. There is a chance on some nights we might still be live when your movie's over.
Or when you go to bed.
When you go to bed, when you wake up in the morning, we may still be going. You just never know.
Hey guys, is my mic working in the arcade room?
I hear you.
You're a ghost.
I
There's
just didn't
another
know-
angle. See, you can see the height difference.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Those
there's
are
the space
freaking
shuttle.
awesome.
Yeah, they're all to scale. So that's the space shuttle to scale. This is a Delta 4 Heavy. Yeah, but look at the size of that thing. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Yeah, this one here is a Delta 4 Heavy. They don't fly those anymore. But yeah, look at the height difference here. I didn't think they would fit on the shelf. I thought the Starship was gonna, and if I put it on an actual launch pad type of stand, it wouldn't have fit. It would hit the ceiling. I would have had to move the shelf.
Did you ever launch those model rockets when you were a kid?
I used to, yes, I did.
Yeah, my brother and my buddy had those. Those things were freaking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, she stood on the couch. Well, I needed a step stool to get up to the couch, but she stood on it. All right, so where you at, Greg?
Unmute my mic. I was just wondering if it's still working. I am setting up V12 right now. Passwords G.Parker FX3 V12, running for 5 days. That way we can tally it before the score. And I'm getting ready to launch the first ball. You guys go ahead and talk amongst yourself, and I'll just get this game done, and I'll be back in the room.
All right. It's kind of scary getting up on the couch. Yeah. Kelly will get a nosebleed getting up that high. All right, so we'll talk amongst ourselves while Greg's playing with his balls. Yeah. Did you guys see that? Go ahead.
I said you could just play his music the entire time he's gone.
Right, just play the ukulele music. Did you, or did I tell you? I don't know if I told you because I think it was. Did you see that funny quote with the? I've been watching that dang WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, and they won a game the other day, and they were talking to what's her name, something Hall, and she was sitting there, and then Caitlin Clark was there, and then that other one of the other players was next to her, the other point guard, the other guard, and the girl, they were asking Hall what she was doing in the game. She goes, "Yeah, I was just trying to hustle as much as I can," and then she said, "I was just trying to get my hands on as many balls as I could." And the other girls looked at each other and snickered, and then it was on. They couldn't hold back. They were laughing. And the girl's like, "What? Oh, geez." And she realized what she said. And yeah, as many balls you can get his hands on. That's what Greg's doing. But apparently the WNBA, if you go to their official site now, they'll show the interview, but they cut that section out where she said that and the girls laughed. It's like,
you know, the minute you told that story, Bart, I got the minute you told that story, I got a multi-ball. So I'm literally slapping a lot of balls around right now. Nice.
Are you flicking your balls? That's the important part.
I'm flicking them with the flickers. I'll tell you what, this V12, if you look at the shoot again gal that's in the center, she's got a nice little tushy on it.
Well, that might get people to play. That's a good.
She got a nice poop cutter on her. Is what she got there.
There you go.
There's some old guy at the mill said that one time, and that was the first time I ever heard it. And I'm like, you just turned sexy into something gross for me, dude.
Yeah. Not sure what you were aiming at, but you might have missed. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Well, I've already broke 1 million here. So
if you add your 4 games together,
yeah. Shoot, I did train. I just trained. Thanks, Bart. Yeah.
Not compared to Spooky Deluxe. Spooky Deluxe has all the front end. There's no tushies on that one. It's all about the fun bags in the front, right there in the middle of the table.
Well, listen, it's officially going. The score to beat right now is 1,122,387. I would have turned this system on and showed it on the stream, but it takes way too long to do that. Next week, maybe I'll get this one hooked up before we start the stream, and we'll do a live start of a tournament. So anyway, there you go. Tournament's up running. It's G.Parker, no spaces. You don't have a code. You just look for G.Parker. When you search for it by name, and then G.Parker, all lowercase, gets you the password. So there you go. It's up and running, and I'm sure Derek's already playing it.
Pinball FX3 this time. FX3.
Derek, I want to play some more Walkabout and find another putter now that I have two. I'm excited about that. But the next time we do it, we can't have Derek there. That last time it took 2 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah. That was crazy. I was surprised my batteries made it. Because the time before, my battery died at hole 16. But, yeah. And we'll have to pick one that everyone has already completed the first one so that they can do the fox hunt also. There's only 3 of us got to participate.
I'm hooked on that now. I need another. Another fun putter.
Telling Bart before we started the show, I'm really impressed. I just picked up this Turtle Beach 600 headset from Walmart. They had them on sale, and it's a weird little device. It's Bluetooth. The reason I picked this one, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it surprised me that it works so good. I was actually using it clear across the other room there in the deal, and I guess you guys were able to hear me. I was able to hear you guys.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's Mike, we had talked before about the millimeter plug-in, your regular stereo jack. Yeah. And then my other headset, I got the adapter to use a USB. Well, this one is not running off Bluetooth. It's running off a USB dongle that you hook into your computer. And I'm telling you what, that's pretty sweet. I just plugged that dongle.
It makes it a lot easier, definitely. That's what I have on my Xbox and my PlayStation 5. So they're USB connected.
Now, they said that the thing I like about this one was guaranteed, and I already checked it out. It'll work on my Xbox. It's obviously working on the PC, but I haven't tried it yet. They say I can plug it into my Switch if it's docked into one of the extra USB ports on the Switch, and it'll work there too. So, no, and of course, I guess
can you plug it in wired also, Greg?
No, it Bluetooth. You can differentiate between Bluetooth and using the dongle.
Right.
So I can hook it to my phone, but there's no, and that's something that would have been cool. Now, see, I've got another headset over here. This Pioneer headset here doesn't have a mic, but it's Bluetooth and wired. So it's kind of cool, but it's not really good for the gaming. There's no mic.
Right. Poe, you said you were a little disappointed when he was talking about his knees and no one did the Axl Rose. I was a little disappointed when Greg asked if we could hear him from the other room that you didn't go, what? And then you go, oh, shit, I can't.
I was expecting that. That. But,
good.
It amazes me the technology they came out with. I wanted another headset. I just wasn't satisfied with that wired one, especially when I'm upstairs, and I got the game console sitting underneath the TV and I'm trying to play and I got wires and little Betty comes running up and she starts pulling on the cord or Cheryl's got to walk through and trip on the cord or something. And I just wanted something that was wireless and with the dongle. And Mike, so I want to thank Mike for turning me on to the idea how to set that up good. And this thing's working great.
Nice.
Mike's a pretty smart fella.
Yes, he is. Greg, just ask Mike. He'll tell you.
But only one compliment per night, Mike. Only one.
Yes.
Only one.
That's for Derek. Mike can have all the compliments.
Well. All right. So, speaking of Mike, what have you been up to this week, Mike, since the last show?
Oh. Well, it's either going to be later today, or tomorrow, hopefully in the morning. My 500 video is going to be done. So, yeah, almost have that done. Yeah, either later tonight or, like I said, tomorrow in the morning it should be released. So I'm looking
Nice.
forward to getting that, and it does have you guys in it. I put pictures of you guys in the video. So
wow.
Don't sue me because I know that's your licensed pics, but
Right.
but
Right.
yeah,
It's all copyrighted.
you guys are included in it.
Excellent.
And another thing too, I was looking at some of the Switch games, and one of the titles I played when I was a kid, it was like based off an NES game. It's called Shadow of the Ninja.
Mhm.
I don't know if you heard of it. That got released. I'm probably gonna get it. It's a side scroller 2-player ninja game. Will you be able to let me share it with everybody? What the game
Absolutely.
looks like? Okay.
Yeah, we'll bump Poe off and put it up there.
All right. Window. There it is.
You got it, Greg, or you want me to put it up there?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking up a link for that headset. Derek asked for it, so go ahead. If you don't mind.
All right, here it goes. Bing.
Uh-oh. Is it froze? Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
Is that working now?
Yeah, I don't have any audio, but that's kind of the case sometimes with StreamYard. It's kind of bad about not.
Yeah. And then also another, so it's based upon this game. So let me stop sharing. So it's based off this. So one of my favorite rental games back in the day. It's a 2-player game. So anytime I had a friend over, we like getting this to play. A little bit more easier than Ninja Gaiden, but it's a fun game. So I'm glad they kind of did a remake on, and you can play the original, which is nice about that Switch game. And then another thing too I saw was they're releasing. It's been out for a bit. Castlevania Dominus Collection. Have you guys heard of that?
I downloaded it. I haven't played it yet. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I gotta have that. So
nice. Yeah, it has like well, I have 3 of the DS games. So one of them is Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Really fun game. And also, let's see, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. So that's included with that compilation. And then this is one of my favorites, Order of Ecclesia. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, that one right there.
Excuse me? Baking
Yeah. Well, what's kind of neat, there's bonus games. They have Haunted Castle. That was from the arcade. So that's a Castlevania arcade game, and they have like a remaster of it, which
that's awesome.
That really interests me. I looked at the gameplay on it, but here I'll try to see if I can share my screen. I'll minimize it. I think that's what was causing it, the issue. Probably couldn't stream.
And while he's setting that up real quick, I did put in the chat, if you were serious, I put the link to the headset. It's Gen 3. This is the latest gen that came out. And I also put it in Discord under general chat in the Discord. So if anybody wants the link to that, it's there.
Mike, as soon as I saw that collection was, they said for the Switch available today, I immediately went to the PlayStation store to see if it was available on there, and it was. So I got it on the PS5.
Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, so it's not just limited to the Switch. You can get it for the PlayStation and the Xbox. Or I'm not sure if you can get it for the PC or not, but I know for the other consoles. Here, I'll play it.
Partial nudity. Why did you lead with that?
Rated T for titties.
Castlevania.
Mike, you got to do the music since we can't hear it.
Oh.
I need to go get a ukulele. That's
Weird. It doesn't show the music. Yeah, use that as the background music.
That looks sweet. I'm glad I downloaded it. I can't wait to not play it.
Yeah, this looks fun. It's gonna be a lot easier.
Are they doing a
Yeah,
physical
here we go.
release?
Castle, an arcade. Oh
It's
yes,
Limited Runner.
Limited Run's going to be making the physical release of these games. So
Nice.
September 13, I think, is when they're going to be doing it.
Oh,
Yes, I'm
Oh,
going to buy
wow.
the physical for these games.
yeah, that's sooner than I would have thought.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of neat. You can save anywhere you want to and do that rewind feature. Yeah, quick save, which wasn't available when you were playing on the regular DS.
I'll tell you what, considering we're screen sharing it and we're going over an internet connection, which Lord knows how good that is, and then through YouTube, which Lord knows how good that is, and StreamYard, that's really got some good graphics to it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, considering what we're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, save states. You can
So,
save if you want to. Sorry, I was doing a safety dance.
So are they selling that as a package on the Switch store?
What's that?
They're selling that as a package on the Nintendo store?
Yeah, it's digital that you can get. Or if you want physical, I know Limited Run's going to be making it.
You should be able to get that on your Xbox too, Greg. I know it came out for the PS5 the same day, so.
Yeah, you can play on the Xbox. Yep.
Yeah, I need to get some more stuff for I've got so many game cartridges for. I need one of those things that you can plug into your Switch and put all your cartridges in because I'm so lazy. I got to get up. And
I have one. I think it does 5 cartridges, and then there's storage space for another 5. But they might have something else now. I've had that thing for almost 2 years, so they might have something bigger now.
The Switch 2 will hold 45 cards.
I saw an Elvira doll the other day, and I thought of Mike. This Elvira doll was cool, but she's not in her black gown. They put her in a rainbow gown. It is for gay and lesbian awareness. So they put her in her. If she would have had the black gown, I would have been like, "That's for Mike for sure. I'm buying that thing." Yeah.
Way to go, Poe! You got me all excited. You said she's not in her black gown. I'm thinking she's naked.
Well, it's a doll, so you could take it off. She probably don't have nipples like Barbie. I looked at all the
Barbies.
Nipples
like Stretch Armstrong.
Well, I've heard that people made nipples out of pencil erasers for Barbie. My sister had a lot of Barbies, but I never did that. I held this up. My kids were on Snapchat we did like a group call, all 3 of us last night, and I held this up at the end of our conversation, and my daughter said, "Where's his pants at, Dad?" My boy's like, Dad wore them off.
Yeah. I'm not a pervert. I still got the pants on.
He's wearing a Speedo.
Grown men playing with their miniature Stretch Armstrong.
You got to get
that's not just a metaphor.
You guys need one.
Yeah.
It's acceptable when you got one of our group that's favorite game is My Little Pony. So.
Right.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Well, gosh, got away from the chat here. I had brought up. I was trying to liven things up a little bit with a little
Oh, there's
ukulele,
still somebody here.
little ukulele music there.
Man, I've about had it, guys. I might have to call it early because
Well,
I'm extremely exhausted right now. I don't know. And Kelly does have to work tomorrow morning, so we got a 4:00 wake up time again tomorrow.
Well, I'm not making this up, but I'm with you because I'll tell you what. I was out in that yard all day, and I'm just not used to working. I mean, that's going to be, between me, Bart, and Poe, Mike carries the load for us working. The rest of us just kind of lounge and play
Right.
games.
Right.
As the good Lord intended. But anyway.
Right. I mean, you guys feel free to continue on, but I think I'm going to have to cut out because.
Well, I was going to say, you want to go into final thoughts? Because I'm going to have to too, and it takes one of the two of us to run it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm done with that was my final thoughts. So.
We'll say it all again.
We weren't listening. We didn't know it was important.
Yeah, Poe, you need to chime in, so it makes it longer.
Yeah.
Well, Bart,
I didn't know it was your final thoughts because Poe didn't interrupt you enough.
well, Bart, you're down there. Mike said he's had his. Bart, what do you got? You got final thoughts?
Yeah. I don't really have any final thoughts because we didn't pick a console challenge. So
yeah.
I mean, if somebody wants to whip one out here right now, they can. If not, I'll try to figure something out and let everybody know in the Discord tomorrow.
Okay.
If I had my
let's just do that.
Yeah.
If I had my Switch here, I'd just
post
look
it
on there.
in the Discord in the next 2 to 28 to 4 days.
I'll put it in there Saturday night, 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Right. So other than that, all I got to say is get in the pinball tournament. It's Pinball FX 3. Remember that, not FX. And look for G.Parker. If you need to search for it by name. There's no codes like the other ones. And other than that, the 2 new tables did come out this week, and we never did say. For people that don't know, they're basically $5.50 a piece. $5.49 or whatever. So that means $5.50 a piece. So that's $11. That means I spent $22 because we bought them both we double dipped. So, I think they're worth it. I think they are worth it. And I'm going to get ahead of myself potentially. I'm thinking Arkansas is going to hit American Truck Simulator. I'm going with 2 weeks. I would be shocked if it's not in September, but I think it's going to be the second week of September is when Arkansas is going to hit. There's also going to be a big 1.51 update that's adding some stuff to the game, some graphical upgrades, some pretty cool lighting effects if you drive at night. You know how we always would when we're doing our convoys and you get behind the other guy and you flash the lights and it lights up the whole inside of the truck? I don't think that's going to work anymore because now the lighting will only come through the windows. So if you're if you drive by a cop car and it's flashing, it'll only go up through the window into the ceiling and not light up the whole interior. There's more cargos that are coming out in 151. Some of those that have dynamic loading, so you pull underneath and you can see the grain filling the car and all that stuff.
Wow!
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of updates. 151 has to come out before Arkansas can come out, and I think I'm going with 2 weeks. But
I did notice that Derek always waits until you have work the next day to ask if you want to play some truck stims.
Yeah,
I think Derek he's messing with you. What he does.
Yeah,
I got a question for you with American Truck Simulator. I participated in the last event that they had for the state that they added. God, I can't even remember which one that was last. What was the one? Nebraska, right? But I haven't got back on there, and I love getting on there when they come out with a new state because I like the event. But did you ever collect your prize for the event for Nebraska? I never did.
I didn't either. I think we still can. You just gotta. I think you gotta log into World of Trucks, right, and click on the thing. And I should have, because I don't know if you've been watching my stuff, Greg, but I started a whole new profile.
Yes,
and I'm doing it on the heart. So all my runs are like $300-$400 payouts. So I had to go to World of Trucks so I could link them, and I should have checked, but I never did click on it. I'm boring though. All my inside stuff, I throw Kelly in the other seat. I usually put my dog tags in there, and that's about it. And I always do my maroonish red color with the off-grid logo. All of my trucks look the same. I'm boring.
Yeah, but that's a cool color though. That's one of my favorite colors.
I do love the fact that you got your CB working now. You smoking the Bandit.
It's hard for me now because I'm listening to it's a recording, so you will hear stuff repeat and all that stuff. But I have a bunch of them now, so I can switch it up and all that stuff. And man, the other day they were they were talking about wet T-shirt contests. Sometimes I'm a little nervous because I'm recording for YouTube, and they were talking about racial stuff, and they were talking about politics.
Oh,
and you're like, oh, hey, hold on here, wait a second here.
I got this dead hooker in the sleep compartment here.
One part, I was laughing because I thought they were wanting to fight over the CB. They're like, this motherfucker needs to shut the hell up. I'm like, this is hilarious. But then I'm trying to record a video, and I'm laughing and not, I'm just driving quietly. I'm not talking about anything. I'm just listening to these guys. But it is pretty neat. And there is one that played. I told Kelly about it, and you can catch it I think I even said something. It's two guys in Arkansas, and the one guy said, yeah, I'm right up the road. I'm just outside of Mountain Home, Arkansas, which is where we used to live. It was right outside of Mountain Home, Arkansas. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But nice. Yeah, that CB radio. So now I don't have my dog tags in because I put a CB in the truck.
That's cool.
But so I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to come out. Arkansas will be in September. I'm going with the first half of September, but we'll see. And then Missouri will be next. So I know what Greg's waiting on that Missouri.
And if you watched one of my videos when Kansas came out, you can actually drive through Missouri right now for a short little distance. I knew
that little
right here in Kansas City, there's an area where it does to continue on this one highway, I-35. You're in Kansas, Missouri, and Kansas again. And I know all of a sudden I saw you're entering Kansas, and I said, well, if you're entering Kansas, you had to have been in Missouri. So
right. There is that little sneaky place you can get into Missouri already.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to Arkansas because I lived there for about a dozen years, and I'm looking forward to seeing Mountain Home in that area, which is where I lived. So, and then of course Missouri too, because Mountain Home, Arkansas is way up by the Missouri border. So we would go to, West Plains, Missouri was one of the bigger towns that we would go to. And then, of course, Branson wasn't that far from where we are and stuff like that. So,
I had some guys I knew that lived in West Plains, and I actually had a guy I worked with on the fire department. His family was from Mountain Home, Arkansas. So, pretty cool part of the country. A lot of logging. Matter of fact, I knew a guy that was in the logging business down there, made a fortune off of logging down there. It's amazing. A lot of wood down there. Now he left. I was going to make a joke. Say he used to be in the logging business when he used to go around and clean porta potties. We ought to just end the show. We ought to just end the show right now and just
don't tell. And then he comes back. He's like, "Yo, here's my final thought," and we're all gone. Yeah. Just leave the music playing in StreamYard.
Well, while we're waiting for him to come back, because I do want to I'm going to give my final thought. One thing, I'm going to throw out a little review here, a suggestion. One of the things I'm going to do when I get upstairs to relax is you've got Hulu. If any of you ever watched the show The Old Man, you need to watch that show. It's the new season's coming out. This one's 2 years old because of the writer's strike and everything, but one's already there for streaming, and then there's a new one coming out season. If you like hard-hitting crime type shows. I mean, this thing is wild. It's a wild ride. Have you seen it, Mike?
No, haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look for the old man.
The old man.
And it's got Jeff Bridges in it, and he's old. Cool. But I mean, but he's a killing son of a. I mean, he's like an old man, and he just snap your neck.
Wow.
And he's got two Rottweilers. He's got two Rottweilers. He just goes whoosh, like that, and they're done. It's a pretty cool show. But anyway,
I liked him in True Grit, the new movie. He was good in that film.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So it's got him and then that the guy that was Third Rock from the Sun, John
Lithgow. Lithgow. Yeah.
Yep. He makes a good villain.
John
Yeah, well, they're the counterparts, and one's the cop, they used to work together. It's really good. I won't give it away.
Nice.
The Old Man. Check it out on Hulu, and a new season of it's coming out this month.
I don't have the Hulu anymore. Actually, I got in trouble. I had Hulu for years and forgot that I had it. Then the wife found out that we were still paying for it every single month, and I hadn't watched it in like 2 or 3 years. What's my password? I don't remember. I got to cancel it.
The only reason I got it is because Disney now, if you got Disney Plus, Hulu comes with it. And
I don't have that anymore.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I have Disney Plus.
Yeah, okay. Well, you'll have Hulu. It comes free with it because, and the only reason I wanted Disney is because I wanted the Marvel stuff. You know, all the Marvel and Star Wars, Marvel and Star Wars stuff. So
right.
But that's my final thought. Join the tournaments. Have a good time on that. It looks like Poe will put up something, or somebody will put up something on the Discord. We'll get some. Yeah.
Hey, I do want to interject really quick before we get too far away, because you mentioned about that show and he's a killing thing. Kelly and I watched the movie In a Violent Nature. It's kind of a throwback, like a Friday the 13th, because the stalker guy, he's in the woods and all that. A couple of really good kills in that movie. If you like watching some crazy, and it was feeling a little. I know I told you guys that in the chat that the first kill was reminding me of the Star Trek movies. How they always say that even numbered Star Trek movies are the best ones, and the odd numbers weren't so good. The first kill was okay. The second kill was amazing. Third kill was whatever. Fourth kill was crazy. But it is, and there's a lot. Some people are like, it's just an hour and a half of watching a guy walk through the woods, which there is a lot of walking through the woods. But there's some pretty good kills, and it has a Friday the 13th feel because you're near a lake and there's this big dude that's just going around killing people.
So that's like the poop simulator.
Movies. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'll tell you what drew me to this. My preference is, do you remember how many of you have sat here and thought years ago, or you're watching a show, right? And the guy that you're rooting for gets the drop on the bad guy. And then he holds a gun on him and he talks to him for a while. This guy's been trying to kill him. And then finally the guy gets away from him and ends up doing harm to him. And how many times have you sat there and said, just kill him?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Just kill him. Well, that's the thing I like about this Old Man show, and it's I'm not giving anything away because it starts out right in the beginning. Like he gets a guy pinned down, he gets a guy down, and he just says he doesn't. He's one in the head, two in the chest. It's done, and that's what he does. Just he didn't talk to anyone.
Do you give anybody buckwheats? Remember buckwheats? That's when you shoot them up the butthole.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
What was the name of that movie? What the heck was the name of that movie?
I thought that was a Dirty Sanchez that happens, right?
There is a movie. What the heck was the name? I'll find it because I watched it years back. And then me and my buddy at the mill, anytime something bad happened, like something broke down or something, we would look at each other and say, buckwheats. Oh. The guy in this movie that wants somebody killed is like, well, he tells the people buckwheats, and that's what it means. I'm going to go shoot the guy in the butthole so they have a painful death,
The only thing that I'm even close to in the neighborhood was that old Mickey Rourke movie with Angel Heart, with the girlfriend got her kicked off the Cosby because she got naked in that. She was on the daughter on the Cosby Show, and I'm pretty sure she takes a shotgun. It wasn't her butthole, but it was in the neighboring vicinity.
I don't remember which freaking movie this was. Buscemi was in it. They called him in as the badass hitman. It's a good movie.
Oh, Buscemi's great.
I'll figure it out. It's been a while. I'll let you guys know. And then you got to make sure you watch
Dogs, is it?
No, it's not Reservoir Dogs.
No, it's shoot. Because he was in that, wasn't he, Buscemi?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
I don't tip.
Yeah.
Right. The very best parody I ever saw that was Saturday Night Live when they mixed Welcome Back, Kotter with Reservoir Dogs because John Travolta was hosting that week. And so then they just mixed in other Tarantino movies. It was so freaking hilarious. But Adam Sandler was Epstein. And they had the hair on him and stuff. And he had a note from his mother that said he was okay to kill people and stuff. It was hilarious. And Lenny and Squiggy showed up in it. At the end, they're all holding guns on each other. Buscemi comes in. You're not expecting that. And then Lenny and Squiggy come walking in. And they're like, up your nose with a rubber hose.
Oh, man. That's classic right there.
Yeah, I'll find that clip and send it to you, too. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
My final thoughts are going to be about the Viper again. Because I do want to warn Bart, if he's going to order it eventually, you use the HDMI out like I do to record.
Right.
And you're not going to be able to do it. I asked Glenn, because smart me, I paid the money way back. Then I asked him the question yesterday. If that HDMI out is going to your Viper now, is there another HDMI out so that I can put it on OBS, my laptop, or another monitor? And he told me you're going to have to get an HDMI switch, or not a switcher, a splitter. Yeah. But you have to have a splitter. So I went ahead and I ordered that, and also a thumb drive. If you just want the extra memory, when you download, you can choose to put it. You don't have to. It has built-in memory. But I went ahead and ordered those two things ahead of time. That way I don't got to keep opening a thing up to add stuff. You can download all the games right through the thing over Wi-Fi. So, and right now is a good time.
You need a spitter. You need a spitter.
Yeah, a spitter. But I'm glad I asked him that, because then I would have been like, well, now I can't do gameplay. This sucks. And I love playing on that thing. So, and the other thing is people are already playing console games on it, but they're using Bluetooth controllers or a wired like Xbox controller plugged in. So it's going to be nicer now for console games if you want to do that on the thing. Of course, I'd recommend getting a bar stool instead of standing there the whole time playing some epic Final Fantasy game or something.
Yeah. Right.
And I bought this almost a year ago when he first came out with it, the SNK Atari Warriors stick. I'm finally going to be able to use it now that the Viper's out. He confirmed it again, that you can plug this thing right in, and you can play this and what was it, Gorilla, all those SNK games that had the joystick that turns.
Guerrilla War.
Yeah, Guerrilla War.
Yep.
So I bought this like a year ago, and you could use it on a Pi already if you had one. So at some point I thought about getting a Pi, but now I'll be able to plug this right into the arcade with the Viper.
Nice.
And he also confirmed that you can buy the Star Wars flight yoke that he makes. He made the replacement for the arcade one-ups and ones that you can buy. So hopefully you can use that for a lot of driving games too, and maybe we can get something going. Maybe they could get us a gas pedal or something at some point we can plug into the thing.
Right.
Or a real steering wheel that we can connect right to that GRS panel. And
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I would really like that. I'd like to play some Spy Hunter the way it's supposed to be played on.
You can play Knight Rider for the NES, because you got the typical steering wheel that he's driving.
I will get that Star Wars flight yoke at some point, but now I'm going to go ahead and build this SNK stick now that it's time, and I'll play some Atari Warriors on the way it's supposed to be. He put these on sale. If my son was still at home, I would have bought a second one because he had it like 30% off, like 8 months after he released the thing. I would have bought a second one for my son when he did that. But I love that game. Akari Warriors is one that I've always had a blast with. So,
yeah. And speaking of getting a wheel, Greg, I saw there's a company they're releasing a new wheel that you can use for American Truck Simulator. It's specifically built for truck sims. It's a bigger wheelbase. It sits more flat like a big rig, and it's $300 or $300 or $399. I can't remember. Oh, but that's just the wheel. Oh. That's not the base that you hook the wheel to with the gear drive, the drive, and all that. It's a direct drive system. They say till you get the pedals. If you get the pedals, the gear shifter, the steering wheel itself, and then the base that the steering wheel goes on with all the motors, you're going to be over $1,100.
Oh, wow.
But it's really nice.
If that is your thing, though, it's worth it if it's your thing.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to take this one, and I've got it hooked.
Shove it straight up your ass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Buckwheat style.
Well, I bought a nice stand for it so I could move it out of the way, and it's got the pedals so they didn't slide across the carpet. Pretty nice deal I got off Amazon. But when I bought this, I bought the PlayStation version, and it works on PC and PlayStation. They had a PlayStation, PC, and Xbox version, but I've researched it and found out the only difference is on the buttons, instead of having an X and O, a triangle, and a square, it's got A, B, Z, and X and Y. But I heard it'll work, so I've been dying to pull this out of here, but attach this contraption, it'll be a little bit of a chore. But I'd like to hook this up on the Xbox to see if it'll play some of the Xbox in the other room. But I think the steering wheel will be kind of cool to see because it should work, I assume. But
I don't know if there's anything in there that brains wise that needs to talk to the Xbox that wouldn't, because I got the PlayStation version also because I think it was $20 cheaper than the Xbox version. Yeah.
But anyway, well, I'm ready to crap out of here.
I want to say I had a great time with Mike, with Bart, and Kenny Rogers again. Don't take your love to town.
Well, I wanted to thank everybody for supporting Max that was on here earlier. Looks like I think he went up to 54 subscribers, so that was nice.
Well, he'll have 55 when the show's over. I'll be going.
All right, guys.
Nice.
Unless anybody else has got anything, well, we talked just like we usually do about 30 minutes ago about leaving. And
all right, now it's almost 8 o'clock. That's why I started when I did.
Yeah, it's always.
You knew I'd be talking eventually.
It's time to go.
I knew the minute you left, Poe, and you came back, you'd have some stuff to say. So.
Was it Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead? Maybe that was the movie's name. That might have been the movie I'm thinking of. Nobody, I guess. Oh, there you go. He just wrote it. Or at least it just came up. Yes.
It was up there for a while.
I can't see the chat. So
yeah, I put it up for just a second because I didn't know that was the movie. He didn't put it in quotes, so I didn't know it was a movie title.
I started thinking maybe that was it while I was talking about it. I'm like, I could be way off base here and then just announce some movie name that's stupid. But I'm pretty sure that's it. And you need to check it out. I mean, that is a really cool movie.
All right.
All right, we're going to leave with this. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Central. I don't know how long this is going to run, but
1987, I had a thing called a Nintendo Entertainment System, okay? Nintendo Entertainment System. It didn't last 4 years. It lasts 90 days. 90 days is what it took for you to hit power and start seeing a flashing red screen. You know the flashing red screen where you have to look at the ground or look away or you have a seizure right then and there? Oh, yeah. And then what you had to do is you had to flip the Nintendo over and there was a silver sticker with an 800 number on it. And you call the